Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? So today's video is just sketching goblins. I thought I'd do a video where I can help young artists who are still learning how to draw, just to mess around. And the best way to do that is to sketch, because I was actually just sketching, and I was like, oh, I should make this into a video. So I stopped this drawing, and I'm going to continue it from this image from the Lost Mind of Found Delvers. So I'm just going to crop these two goblins right here, as you can see. And all I'm basically doing is I'm just going to just loosely start doing placement. So as I'm looking, right, on what the artist before me has done, I'm kind of drawing in between, and I'm trying to just block in shapes, because all I'm trying to do is just put in what he has. It doesn't matter if I make it too big, parts too big or too small, because that's what really sketching is, right? You're just putting stuff down because you want to see where to take it from there. And you're not too worried about proportions yet. You're just sketching. I mean, this is what sketching is about. Getting placement, figuring out where you want things to go and how they're going to look on the page without putting in too much detail. Because you don't want to put in a lot of detail, because you're going to be switching things up. And you might have figured out, like, oh, I made this head right here just a little bit too small. So now I got to start making a little bit adjustments, right? Start. But again, you want to keep things just loose. You don't want to be committed to any line in particular. And you don't even want to try to worry about how it looks at the start, because all you're doing is just getting a general idea of what you see on the image that you're copying, right? And how does it fit in that drawing? So I hope you guys are seeing this part. All right. So I got all these block shapes in. And if you really want to flow, you're kind of just doing it like this, right? Sometimes you can just start connecting lines that you don't normally see, just to get a little bit better perspective. So we know that this hand already was a little bit too big. And sometimes you want to just keep sketching things out so you have a better understanding of where things actually fit, right? Let's see, that plate goes there. And it's just a little undertaking. And like I said, don't even worry about if it doesn't even come close to looking like what they've done, because they've had many years of practice. And that's what you're starting to do. You're getting in your practice right now. So I'm starting to get this image down, and I can, at one point we're gonna look at this and stop and figure out how we want to make this our own. So they're on this cliff, right? Now, just because you see it on this picture, it's up to you to decide how much you want to keep and how you want to place the rocks. Like I've already messed up on a little bit on the rock formation because I should have. If in reality I should have cropped it right here, but it's not that big of a deal. Make sure you guys are still seeing this. So this is what I got so far, right? And that's that image I'm still working from. Now, at this point, if I want, we can make this our own. So we don't have to include this third goblin here. But I like the symmetry of all three goblins. What I'm not going to include is these two up here because I'm not trying to make an exact picture of this. I'm just borrowing it because I like the image and I want to see what else I can do with it. So according to this kind of ear comes off right here. And that gives me a little bit of the vantage point over here. And then I'm hoping you guys see this. I mean, it's been a while since I've sketched. So that's another thing too. It gives me an excuse to make a video. But eventually you're just going to be flowing, right? So you're just going to be like, la-di-da. Life is good. I'm drawing. I'm creating. You know, I'm pushing my ability to the fullest to see what I can come up with. And that's what I like about art. Now, even though I'm copying out somebody else's style here, you're still learning, right? And the more practice you get in, wow, I made this way too big. Okay. Which again is okay, because I'm not going to stop. Just want to get in somewhat of the drawing and get some placement. All right. So I made this goblin right here way too big. So there are two ways you can go and fix this. You could just erase the whole thing, or you just keep it for what I am, just for practice. And then you go back and you look at this and you're like, okay, these heads should be generally the same size. So his head should be right here to right here. And that's the angle that I really should be playing with. So I'm going to do it in a blue pencil to show you, you know, just follow these lines. And where the corrections would be to start fixing your picture. All right. Looking at the time, I just want to make this a quick sketch. So at this point, you would be doing this throughout the entire drawing, right? So all you're doing is just looking at reference points and trying to fix what you did, right? So normally you would just start erasing, which you can. I kind of like using different color pencils and using the blue, because then you can always go back over the drawing, right? All right, the 10-minute mark. All right, I'm going to wrap this up and just show you that this is just a quick sketch video, and that's all you're doing. So, you see I have the overlay. It's way too big, right? And here's the picture. So now that I'm just starting to make adjustments, right, I can just go back over, because I'm just going to erase what I have in the blue. So now you have like a little bit of an outline that you're working with. So from this point, you see how much I've shortened it down already? Let me erase this right here. Okay. So now I'm starting getting the head in, but the head's still a little bit too big. But that's okay, because, you know, that's your sketch. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to keep working on this, keep messing around, and I will do another video once I've cleaned this up. But I just want to start doing sketch videos for D&D. Well, this one's Sketching Your Goblins, you know. So for those of you who are beginning to learn how to draw, sketch, find images that you enjoy, and then make it your own. And with that, take care, people.